After complaining that my limit order didn't go through yesterday, I don't know if God heard my bitching or what, but I actually ended up getting it because I never closed out the P&L bracket, and it just randomly got filled at like fucking 3 p.m. and then it closed out an hour later and gave me full take profit by pure luck, pure sheer fucking coincidence. So yesterday actually ended up being a win of $800. I don't know where the hell it came from. I pulled it out of my ass, but I'm not complaining. I already marked off the charts for today. I'm pretty much just waiting for some type of liquidity sweep or something because this gap ended up holding up again last night. 4-hour gap, and even this 1-hour gap never officially got closed above. So I'm thinking that this is pretty good resistance on high time frame, meaning I don't know if we're gonna go any higher. Price is kind of just going sideways at this point. I'm okay with getting something small, something quick. So whichever way we sweep, if we sweep this out, we have a setup, or we sweep this, whatever, I'm going to have take profit / stop loss at the opposing side liquidity. Meaning if this ends up getting swept out, then I'll have this as my take profit. If this gets swept out, either one of these 2 points, then I'll go for this one. On NASDAQ, this London low is a lot higher up than it is from this previous day. As opposed to ES, pretty much overlapping almost. I think NASDAQ is pretty clear we're going to go lower. We got 2 fair value gaps stacked on top of each other, so whichever one of these is going to get respected, you probably go from there. I'm hoping this gets swept out into this gap and then we go. Because I really don't want to take a trade if it's like all the way up here. Because at that point, this sweep doesn't really mean too much. Both charts look somewhat similar, except the ES doesn't have the second fair value gap. It already got closed. Actually, it's still there, but I don't know if I really want to look at this if it's already been wicked through twice. At that point, it's like having a high mileage girl. And you know she's not yours if you can't hit it raw. Open is fucking trash, dude. The last 5 candles have been just wicks. At this point, bro, take me home. I don't even want to look at this. If we do sweep something, it's going to be 1 p.m. tomorrow. Alright, now we have liquidity sweep. Pretty good displacement, closing in 15 seconds. So I want to see if we can get some type of retrace back down into EQ and inverse gap or something, and then I can go for longs. I don't think I'm going to go anything above this point though, because this gap seems to be like the holy grail of fucking calcary. So I'm not going to be pushing above that. It might not be my day. Seems like we just can't break out of this range. Try making a move up, replace the whole move back down. At this point, I'm going to go open up Indeed and start looking for jobs again. I mean, I guess this is kind of an inverse because it's 2 1-minute candles, but I feel like there's more to that story than I'm trying to put on. Like I said, I'm only going to play if this point gets swept out into this gap. We respect that gap, and then I go. I like this inverse forming, but I don't like the fact that we never swept anything yet. NASDAQ is still living large. NASDAQ don't give a fuck about any of this. That's why I don't touch NASDAQ. It looks like high time frame had that 4-hour sweep of whatever the fuck this point was. And then on a lower time frame, we had London lows get swept out, plus 5-minute break in structure. And now it looks like we might actually just completely neglect this gap. I hope that wasn't enough to change the tide back to bullish off that 4-hour sweep, because it was only 1 candle. Like, yeah, sure, it was a sweep, but overall, we're still pretty fucking bearish. But this is a steady move up. So who knows, maybe I could have been wrong for today. We respect this gap, make a leg up. It looks like this gap is going to get respected. We're going to make another leg up. Mark my words. I could actually make some money today. I like that this got inverse, but now I kind of want it to slow down a little bit so we can retrace into something. It never inversed there. Are you fucking kidding me? Literally 3 seconds and it doesn't inverse it. Come on, man. At this point, the price can still go anyway because we have this wick and this wick here. In both directions, pretty equal size. So, you know, I'm not going to lie. There's no setup. I think I'm going to fuck off. Counts back at break even, so I don't want to risk it off some bullshit. Like, there was no real fucking inverse, nothing. Sweep, we tapped into this. That's great. But aside from that, I don't see anything. We didn't really inverse any one of these gaps. Nothing really happened. So, yeah, I'm done here.